The opening slide in the presentation gives the first clue to its controversial nature. Understanding the Threat to America, the class's official title, is covered over with the banner declaring it the outlawed brief. A briefing that's anything but brief. Hundreds of slides accuse dozens of Islamic groups, many widely recognized as mainstream advocacy groups, of infiltrating the U.S. media, education system, government, and even the military. A slide titled "The Muslim Brotherhood and Violence" shows a photo of an al-Qaeda beheading, conflating the two groups. The hundreds of slides build a picture of a U.S. government co-opted by subversive Muslim elements. I received this from a military officer who was a student at that school. He was concerned that this was being taught and even implied that it was doctrine, so he emailed it to me. Here's what he had to say.
This bigoted conspiracy cabal was both disgusting and so deeply un-American at its core. Those who propagate these materials and those who empower the ones who develop them should be ashamed.
Nihad Awad is the executive director of the Council on American-Islamic Relations, a mainstream Islamic advocacy group better known as CAIR. He's personally identified as being part of Hamas in this photo of him standing next to the former President George Bush.
And it's very concerning. It should be concerning even to the government that so-called experts with political driven agenda are exploiting people's ignorance about Islam and trying to drive a wedge between Muslims and people of other faith in the society. And I think if they succeed in that, they will destroy the fabric of America.
Faye Shakir is an expert on Islamophobia in the U.S. He worries about the impact it could have on military operations in the greater Middle East.
The fact that the training of these soldiers has been doctored and manipulated and created with the mindset that you need to think of those brown-skinned people with those certain names and those certain livelihoods and customs as the enemy.
The concern here is not so much that we would be spinning down and creating a cadre of individuals with these warped views, but that, again, it's not in keeping, frankly, this material is just not in keeping with our core values, and it's not in keeping with the strategy that we know we're out there executing.
The Pentagon's top officer, General Martin Dempsey, has called for a review of all military training courses. That will take some time, as the U.S. military has hundreds of schools and classes taught at facilities around the world. Until we told them about the outlawed brief, Pentagon officials were unaware of it, leaving us to wonder how many more courses like this could there be out there. Josh Rushing, Al Jazeera, Washington.